Hello children, welcome you all to class 5 mathematics. We were learning about the 4 operations in the previous class, right? What are the 4 operations? They are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Let us have a short recap of what we studied in the last class. What is addition? Addition is nothing but finding the total of 2 or more numbers. Then the terms used in addition. What are the terms used in addition? Addends and sum. So the answer in addition is called as the sum. Then adding 3 numbers of different digits. Then how to find the missing digit. Then statement problems we saw. The keywords in statement problems for addition we saw. What are they? All together, both, sum, total, in all, etc. Right? Then we saw what is subtraction. What is subtraction here? Removing objects from a collection. The answer in subtraction is called the difference. What are the terms used in subtraction? They are minuend, subtrahend and difference. What is a minuend? Number which is subtracted from is called minuend. Number which is subtracted is called subtrahend. The answer in subtraction is called difference. Then what did we see? How to check the subtraction with addition, then with regrouping and without regrouping, missing digits, all that we saw, right? And also statement problems. So today we are going to take up the topic multiplication and division. What is multiplication? If I ask you this, you will immediately say it is repeated addition. Okay, for example, if you take 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 8. How do you write in multiplication? Here, what number is repeated? 2, right? 2, how many times it is repeated? 4 times. So, 2 into 4 is equal to 8. Here, 2 and 4 are known as factors. And the answer what you got is product. So, the answer in multiplication is called as the product. So, the definition of multiplication is it is an operation performed between two numbers and the third number which is derived is called the product. Let us see the properties of multiplication. The product of two numbers does not change with a change in the order of the numbers. That is 909 into 9 is equal to 9 into 909 will give you the same answer. You will not have a different answer. Right? The second property is when a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. So 236 multiplied by 1 will give you the number itself. The third property is when a number is multiplied by 0, the product is always 0. So 726 multiplied by 0 will give you the answer as 0 only. Let us see an example. Multiply 5736 by 6. Here 5736 is the multiplicand and 6 is the multiplier. What is a multiplicand? Multiplicand is the number to be multiplied. And what is a multiplier? Multiplier is the number which we multiply. Okay, let us start multiplying. 5736 by 6. 6 6 are 36, carry 3, 6 3s are 18. So 18 plus 3 it is 21, carry over 2, 6 7s are 42, 42 plus 2 is 44, carry over 4, 6 5s are 30, 30 plus 4, 34. Take another example, 4258 by 36. Here the multiplier is a 2-digit number. So what you will do? First you will multiply with the digits in the ones place. 6 8s are 48, carry over 4. 6 5s are 30 plus 4, 34. So carry over 3. 6 2s are 12 plus 3, 15, carry over 1. So 6 4s are 24 plus 1, 25. So multiplying with the ones digit is over. Next you will go on to the digit in the tens place. As you are multiplying with the tens digit, you will start writing the answer from the tens digit only. And you will put a 0 in the ones place and start multiplying. So 3 8s are 24, carry 2. 3 5s are 15 plus 2, 16, 17. So carry over 1. 3 2s are 6 plus 1, 7 and 3 4s are 12. So you will write as it is and then you will add this 2 steps. 8 plus 0 is 8, 4 plus 4 is 8, 5 plus 7 is 12, Then 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 1, 13, carry over 1. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1, 5. And bring down the 1. So when you multiply 4258 by 36, you get the product as 153288. Make a note of it, children. Digits of the multiplicand plus digits of the multiplier is greater than or equal to digits of the product, which means take this sum 5736 multiplied by 6. Here in the multiplicand you have 4 digits, right? And the multiplier has 1 digit. So 4 plus 1 is 5. And the digits of the product is mostly greater than or equal to the number 5. See an example for multiplying by a 3-digit number. Take the sum 352 multiplied by 416. Here the multiplicand is 352 and the multiplier is 416. We will start multiplying. 6 2s are 12, carry over 1. 6 5s are 30 plus 1, 31, carry over 3. 6 3s are 18 plus 3, 21. Okay, now we will multiply the number which is in the tens place. First we'll put the 0 in the ones place and then start multiplying. 1 2s are 2, 1 5s are 5 and 1 3s are 3. Okay, now we will go on to the hundreds place. What is the digit in the hundreds place? It is 4. So 4 into 2 is 8. 4 5s are 20, carry over 2. 4 3s are 12 plus 2, 14. We will start adding. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 2 plus 0 is 3. 1 plus 5 plus 8 is 14. Carry over 1. 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. Then 4 and 1. So the product is 1, 4, 6, 4, 3, 2. Next we will see how to multiply a number by 10, 100 and 1000. To multiply a number by 10 or 20 or 30, we should multiply the number by 1, 2 or 3 respectively and add 1 0 to the right of the number. Let us see an example. 287 multiplied by 10. Here 287 multiplied by 1 you will write first and then add a 0. So you will get the answer as 2870. Then the next sum 3287 multiplied by 30. Here what you will do, first you will multiply 3287 by 3. Write the answer as 9861 and then add the 0 to the right of the number. Okay, now we will go on to example 2. 175 multiplied by 100. That is nothing but to multiply a number by 100 or 200 or 300. We multiply the number by 1, 2 or 3 respectively and add 2 zeros to the right of the number. Here 175 multiplied by 100. So you will do multiplication by 1. So 175 into 1 is equal to 175. Then you will add 2 zeros to the right of the number. So the answer is 17,500. Take another number 829 multiplied by 800. Here first what you will do, you will multiply 829 by 8 and then write the answer 6632. Then add the 2 zeros to the right of the number. So the answer will be 6,63,200. Example 3. 128 multiplied by 1000. To multiply a number by 1000 or 2000 or 3000, we multiply the number by 1, 2 or 3 respectively and add 3 zeros to the right of the number. Take this 128 multiplied by 1000 is nothing but first you will multiply by 128 and you will write 3 zeros to the right of the number. So the answer is 1,28,000. The same way 3557 multiplied by 4000. First you will multiply by 3557 into 4. Then the answer is 14228. After that you will add the 3 zeros to the right of the number. So the answer will be 1,42,28,000. Okay, next we will see what is division. What's a division? Division means it is repeated subtraction. What's the definition for division? Division is splitting into equal parts. Now we'll see where do we use division and for what purpose. Suppose if you want to share something with your friends, you will divide, right? Or suppose if you want to spend money among your friends, then you divide money. Then when we have to take away equal parts from the whole, in all these places we use division. Let us see an example. 13,814 divided by 17. Here 13,814 is the dividend and 17 is the divisor. What is a dividend? Dividend is the number that is being divided. What is a divisor? The number that divides the dividend is called the divisor. Okay, let's start dividing. Here the divisor is a 2-digit number. So we will take the first 2 digits from the dividend. It is 13 here. But 17 is greater than 13. So you will take 3 digits. So you will take 1, 3 and 8 and start multiplying with each number with 17 to get the number 138. But 17 goes in 138 how many times? 8 times. So 17 8s are 136. You start subtracting, you get 2 here and bring down the 1 from the next place. So 17 goes how many times in 21? Only 1 time. So 17 ones are 17. When you subtract, you will get 4. So bring down the next digit down. So the number will be 44. How many times 17 will go in 44? 2 times. So 17 2s are 34. The remainder what you got is 10. What is a remainder? Remainder is the leftover number after long division which is less than the divisor. So the answer in division is called the quotient. Here the quotient is 812 and the remainder is 10. Next we will go on to the properties of division. First one, 725 divided by 1. Here when a number is divided by 1, the quotient is the number itself. This is property number 1. Second one is 826 divided by 826 will give you 1. When a number except 0 is divided by itself, the quotient is 1. Go on to the third property. 0 divided by 1425 is equal to 0. When 0 is divided by any number except 0, the quotient is always 0. The fourth property is division by 0 is not possible. So these are the properties of division. Next we will see how to verify the answer in division. Okay, take this number 51 divided by 7. How many times 7 will go in 51? So 7 times. 7 sevens are 49. So 51 minus 49 will give you the remainder as 2. Here the divisor is 7, the quotient is 7 and the dividend is 51 and the remainder is 2. How do you verify the answer whether it is correct or wrong? We have a formula here. Quotient into divisor plus remainder is equal to dividend. Here what is the quotient? 7 and divisor is 7 plus remainder is equal to dividend. So 7 into 7 is 49. 49 plus 2 is equal to 51 which is nothing but the dividend. So the answer is right. Let us see another sum. Divide 2412 by 36 and check the answer. So as 36 is a 2-digit number, we will take the 2 digit in the first 2 digit in the dividend. But 36 is greater than the first 2 digits. So we will take 3 digit from the dividend. So it is 241. We should see how many times 36 goes in 241. So 36 goes 6 times. So the answer is 216. So 241 minus 216 will give you 25 as the remainder. So what you do? Next you bring down the next digit. It is 2. So 252. Now you see how many times 36 goes in 252. So 36, it goes 7 times in 252 and the answer is 67. What is the answer here? Answer is nothing but the quotient, right? Quotient is 67, divisor is 36, dividend is 2412 and the remainder is 0. To verify the answer, we have a formula. What is the formula? Quotient into divisor plus remainder is equal to dividend. So what is the quotient here? 67. What is the divisor? It is 36. So 67 into 36 plus what is the remainder? 0. So when you multiply 67 and 36, you get the answer as 2412 plus 0 is equal to 2412, which is nothing but the dividend. So the answer is right. Let us see another example. Divide 4536 by 216. Here the divisor is a 3-digit number. So you will take the first 3 digit in the dividend. We will see how many times 216 goes in 453. So 216 goes 2 times in 453. So when you multiply, you get 432. So 453 minus 432, the remainder you will get it as 21. Then bring down the next digit. It is 6. So 216 will go 1 time in 216. So the remainder is 0. Here the quotient is 21, divisor is 216, the dividend is 4536 and the remainder is 0. Now we will check whether the answer is correct. By using the formula, quotient into divisor plus remainder is equal to dividend. So what is the quotient here? It is 21. Divisor is 216. So 21 into 216 will give you 4536 plus 0 as the remainder will give you 4536 as the dividend. So the answer is correct. Next we will go on to story sums. Let us see the sum here. Mrs. Kalam earns rupees 10,250 every month. How much does she earn in 2 years? Here you just find out the information what is given in the statement. As I told you already, you should read the statement sum once or twice or thrice until you understand the problem. What is the information given here? Mrs. Kalam earns rupees 10,250 every month. So that is one information. And they wanted to know how much she earns in 2 years. So in 2 years, what is the amount she will be having in her hand? So that also it is required. So that you need to find out. So what you will do? You will write the operation first. What is the operation here? It is multiplication. So how do you find out? For 1 year you have 12 months and for 2 years you have 12 into 2 is 24 months. So you will multiply rupees 10,250 by 24 and you will get the answer as rupees 2,46,000. So you take down and write the answer as amount earned by Mrs. Kalam in 24 months is rupees 2,46,000. Let us see another statement sum. Mr. Singh ordered 4,680 apple tree saplings. He wants to plant them in 18 rows. How many of them he should plant in each row? So again I am going to read the statement. Mr. Singh ordered 4,680 apple tree saplings. He wanted to plant them in 18 rows. How many of them he should plant in each row? Now you gather the information what is given in the sum. Mr. Singh ordered 4,680 apple tree saplings. Okay, so he wanted to plant them in his garden. How he wants to plant them? He wants to plant them in 18 rows. So these are the two information given in the sum. So what you should find out? how many of them he should plant in each row. So in each row, how many plants it should be planted. So the operation here is division. Let us write the statement now. Number of saplings Mr. Singh ordered is how much? 4,680. The number of rows the sapling to be planted is 18. So number of plants to be planted in each row is 4,680 divided by 18. So when you divide these two numbers, you get the answer as 260. 260 is what? It is the number of plants to be planted in each row. After finding out the answer, what you do, take down and write the answer as number of plants to be planted in each row is equal to 260.